I tell you the word of the Lord today. For the past few months, the Lord has been showing me this. The cherubim and the seraphim are going to come to the churches. We read about the cherubim in Ezekiel chapter 1 and chapter 10. They are the carriers of the glory of God. They carry the glory into the temple of God. They carry the glory of God into the city. In Ezekiel chapter 10 we read, because of the waywardness of Israel, the glory of God first departed from the temple. And Ezekiel saw the glory departing as the cherubim left the temple. Then he saw them lifting up and going out of the city of Judea. In Ezekiel chapter 1, we read that when the cherubim came, the glory of God came down. So if you want the glory of God to come into your church, cherubim are going to come. Then secondly, the seraphim. We read about them in Isaiah chapter 6. The prophet Isaiah had a prophetic experience. His spiritual eyes were open. When were they open? Isaiah chapter 6 verse 1 says, in the year that King Uzziah died, on that day, on that year, Isaiah's eyes were open. What is the connection? King Uzziah was a man known for arrogance and pride. Very arrogant and a prideful king. He is the head of the nation. So being the head, he was like a covering. So there was a covering of sin over the nation. When he was removed, when pride was removed, spiritual eyes were open. Have you been wondering why your spiritual eyes are not open? Pride may be lurking there. Arrogance may be lurking there. Analyze yourself. Humble yourself before the presence of the Lord. Crucify the pride, and then your spiritual eyes will be open. So when the prophet Isaiah's spiritual eyes were open, he saw the glory of God. He saw the Lord God seated in his throne. And he saw the seraphim flying around the throne of God. The moment he saw the awesome glory of God, he fell to the ground and he beat upon his chest. He cried, Lord, I'm a sinful man. My eyes have seen your glory. How can a sinful man like me see your glory? When he humbled himself and confessed his sin, the Lord sent the seraph. And when the seraph came, he touched the lips of the prophet Isaiah. He touched him with a coal of fire from the throne of God. In Ezekiel chapter 28 we read that there is a place where coals of fire are kept in heaven, and from there he brought it. And when he touched the prophet Isaiah's lips, he was sanctified. And the seraph told him, you are now clean. You've been made cleansed. So what is the work of the seraphim? Before the cherubim comes to bring the glory of God, these seraphim will come to sanctify and cleanse the church. They will convict you. They will show the sins of the church. Every true pastor of God, every true female pastor of God, if you truly seek God, then God will send the seraphim. They will show you what is lacking in your church, and you will put away all that and put your house right. Then the cherubim will come.